If we built a canal to capture 1/10 of the Mississippi River to fill Lake Mead and Lake Powell, how big of a solar plant would we need to build to pump all that water uphill? Oh, this math is going to be fun.
All right, a lot of these calculations are going to be wild guesses because there's nothing really like this anywhere on Earth. But for comparison, I'm going to use the Central Arizona Project, a massive canal that pumps water up and over the mountains all the way to Phoenix and Tucson.
Forgive me in advance, all of this is wildly approximate.
But the Central Arizona Project moves 2,000 cubic feet per second, almost 3,000 feet up and over the mountains. And to do that, they spend 2 million megawatt hours per year.
This makes the Central Arizona Project the largest single user of power in the entire state.
So if this is what it takes to move that amount of water, that elevation, let's compare it to our theoretical Mississippi Canal. In a previous video, we calculated that it needed to move almost 60,000 cubic feet per second. For the sake of simplicity, let's assume that we're starting at sea level, with our final destination being over 4,000 feet at Lake Powell. So that means we're moving water 141% higher than the first canal, and moving 3,000% more water, which means that our Mississippi Canal will need a whopping 84 million megawatt hours to function. In case you're wondering, that's about as much power as consumed annually in the entire state of Alabama.
We haven't taken into account things like friction, evaporation, the impossibility of diverting and storing the water at that point in the river. But let's assume we've got it. Let's assume we've got the canal and the pumps to operate it. But we're not going to take 84 million megawatt hours out of the existing grid. We're going to build a new solar plant to do it in one spot. How big do you suppose that plant's going to be?
Some of my sources differ on the details, but generally speaking, you can get about a gigawatt of power from 3.5 acres of solar, which by my calculations comes to 286,000 acres or 447 square miles, which is roughly the size of the city of Los Angeles.
So I don't know. Think we should give it a try?